Hi, I'm Dave. Kite and I have teamed up with U.S. Captain's Training to bring you a vlog about interesting people in the boating world. Neil from U.S. Captain's Training was able to join us on this one as we talked to Dan and Marlene Reesner about their 2.5-year trip around the world. They sailed 48,000 miles. A whale rammed the side of Dan and Marlene's boat when they were in Alaska. In this clip, we talk about that. The full episode, we talk about inspiration for sailing around the world, mental prep, getting the boat prepared, some boat shopping, food, fitness at sea. If you like this, take a listen to the whole episode. Thanks. Enjoy.
So we were in Alaska, in Glacier Bay National Park, viewing all the glaciers and so forth. It was kind of nice. And then one day we were in essentially this bay of Glacier Bay National Park.
Reed Glacier.
The Reed Glacier, yep. The Reed Glacier doesn't calve, which means the ice from the glacier doesn't fall into the ocean or into the water. It has receded so far it doesn't calve anymore. Mm-hmm. So it was very calm there. Middle of the night we're playing cards or some game. You know, Marlene and I and our buddy Craig Smith were on the boat. And around midnight we decided to go to bed. So we go to bed. Or about 12:15 or so, the boat rocked. And we go, what the heck caused that rock? You know, typically a motorboat passing by would cause it. Something nearby would cause that rock. And we didn't know. So it turns out we get up simultaneously. Craig gets up because he felt the rocking of the boat also. And we couldn't figure it out. So we're looking out the windows and we finally see some whales behind the boat off the aft quarter there, kind of splashing around. And we go, oh, must have been a whale came by the boat. And so we're looking out the port windows and so forth. And I've heard that, you know, you want to make some noise so the whales will avoid you. And I was about to go up and start the engine, but it was kind of cold out, you know, and everything. And I didn't want to, you know, I was in my skivvies, you know, so I didn't go up and start the engine. And next thing we know, we see a whale go by and spout.
Yeah,
like
we're all standing up on the bench looking out these
like
windows.
10, 15 feet away from the window. He just comes up, big spout. We recognize it was a big humpback whale. Comes up and goes down, and we never saw that whale again. But then right after that whale went by, after his tail went in the water, we see this thing coming at us, and it looked like a World War II torpedo. And I realized this whale is coming right at us, you know. And so I braced myself. So did Craig. Apparently Marlene didn't put it two and two together.
So I'm standing up here and I actually flew to that side of the boat.
Yeah, when the whale hit us, it just smacked us.
Yeah.
Broadside, hit the keel, and the boat rocked. You know, it's just like the boat ran into a cement wall, you know. It was just amazing, the noise, everything shuddered, and we go, did that just really happen? You know, we just were amazed. And the poor whale, we felt the whale, you know, hurt himself big time, just the force of it all. Checked the bilge right away. Bilge pump wasn't turning on or anything, no leaks, you know. Took us about an hour or so to settle down, and we felt we were okay, you know.
Well, one thing we did is I said, okay, we're going to write this down right now. It's all fresh in our minds and the story doesn't change.
Right.
What exactly just happened to us?
Yeah. So we're all in agreement.
We wrote it all down.
Yeah. What happened, we did that because a few days earlier we were at the visitor center and we see this area where there was a skeleton of a large humpback whale. It was a female and then a small baby whale. Turns out that whale got hit by a cruise ship in the park and killed that whale. That cruise ship was fined $500,000.
So we're like, we
did not want to be fined $500,000.
We did not kill a whale.
And we want to get our story straight, and so we're all in agreement, and that's what the story was.
Yeah.
We all saw it the exact same way. We called the Rangers soon afterwards. They said, yeah, it's very, very rare, but sometimes it happens. They don't know why. We thought maybe there was a baby whale there, so maybe they thought we were provoking it. It could have been another whale because they're about the same size.
Said we're about the size of a whale.
Yep. Could have been just a mistake. You know, nobody knows, but we got smacked by a whale. 2 weeks later, we're finally leaving Alaska and heading back toward the state of Washington. And now we're outside in the ocean. We went around Vancouver Island. And we're in the ocean, and typically when we're in the ocean a couple times a day, I'm checking the bilge and everything just to make sure it's all okay. And at one point I checked the bilge when the sun was quite low near sunset. Mm-hmm. I opened up down below and I'm looking and I can see daylight shining through. And that normally doesn't occur because it's all enclosed underwater, you know. And what happened? We made arrangements to have the boat hauled in Washington State, and sure enough, there was a gouge about 6-8 inches in diameter where it looked like just a big chunk came out of the fiberglass. The fiberglass down there is about an inch thick and left 2 layers of fiberglass that was protecting the boat from sinking. And there was also kind of a crack that went up, looked like kind of a tadpole, if you will. And so we were very lucky the boat didn't sink. They patched it up for us in Anacortes, and we were on our way after that. So that's our whale story. That was very frightening for a while, for about the first hour or so after it hit us.
Yeah.
Just the first hour.
Yeah. So it
We,
was something.
we think we would have started the engine and tried to run aground
Yeah.
so it wouldn't sink.
Yeah.
Because there was kind of like a beachy, a
Right.
rocky beachy area.
Yeah. And it was
that's-
actually right in front of us. It was rocky beachy, if you will. But if we would have gone toward the glacier,
it
it
a
was
lot.
all silty.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been a soft landing, if you will.
Yeah.
If you
And-
made it.
We would have made it. Well, I think so. So
It wasn't. We weren't that far from it.
we
weren't
didn't
that
have the
far.
bilge pump. The bilge pump, like I said, wasn't even running. The bilge pump pumps out quite a bit, and
Yeah.
plus we have a hand pump, and so. That's actually after that I rigged up an emergency bilge pump. So down there is another bilge pump that we can use and flip that on anytime we want, with a hose that we would just stick out the window and stuff like that. So it's a temporary setup, but it's a whole nother bilge pump that we can use if we need to.